Hello, and welcome to the Harpo Show. Today we are interviewing Medea and her jealous and revenge on Jason. When did you know you were in love with Jason?
Yikes, I haven't thought about him in over a million years. When Jason first walked into the palace to speak to my father, King Davies, about retrieving the golden fleece, I knew I had to have him. I kept watching from a distance and did anything in my power to get his attention. After he spoke to my father, he was very upset because my father gave him a series of impossible tasks in order for him to obtain the golden fleece. He was tired, restless, and heated up, just the way I like my men, so I knew it was time to make my proposition.
Proposition?
Yes, I told him to marry me, and I will get you the fleece.
And he agreed?
They always do.
So how did it all pan out?
Well, I grabbed the golden fleece when no one was looking, and as soon as I left the palace, the guards were after me. So I grabbed my younger brother, Abysitris, told Jason and his men, and we hopped on their ship back to
Iolcus?
They were catching up, so in a fit of desperation, I did the most sensible thing at the time.
Which was?
Chop my brother in a million pieces and scatter him around for them all to gather, of course.
That was a sensible thing?
Well, at the time, yes. They would have to stop to pick up the pieces so my brother could have a proper burial. Naturally, I was safe, and so was my precious Jason. Wait, the wind.
Oh. Make it.
Okay.
Wow, that's a lot to take in. When we get back, Medea will tell us all how she makes people young, youthful, and beautiful. So, Medea, how was Jason's hometown, Iolcus?
Great at first. Jason thought he was next in line to become king, but by the time he got back to the evil Peleus had taken the throne away from his father, Aeoson. So Jason and I put our heads together and came up with a brilliant plan, but with all my powers, of course.
Of course.
So I made Jason's father young and handsome and offered to do the same for the evil king.
How do you make people young again?
Simple, by cutting their throat and pouring a magical potion into their body.
Oh.
So anyways, I offered the king the same opportunity, and the idiot took it, of course. Instead, I just gave him a sleeping pill, and with my magical powers convinced his daughters to kill him.
Did it work?
You bet it did.
Wow. What a marriage.
Marriage? My love for Jason is what made our marriage so strong.
What happened next?
We had to flee to Corinth, where I had 2 lovely children. Those are the glory days, until I was ready to rip Jason to shreds.
Can you talk to me about it?
Enough time has passed, I suppose, and it is high time people knew the truth. Jason always desired to be king, always. So when King Creon proposed marrying his daughter for the crown, he couldn't resist the offer. He told me he was doing the best thing for our family. He told me many lies. He said he would protect the kids and always only love me. But I was not stupid. I knew what he really wanted, the crown.
So how did you react?
Rationally, of course. I devised a strong poison and placed it on his new bride's robe and crown. When she put them on, her body burned, and then her father held her while she died. Now the robe was covered in poison, so it eventually killed King Creon. The worst part was I knew my sons would never be safe from a life of slavery, so I killed them for their own good.
That must have been the hardest thing you've ever had to do.
The hardest thing I ever had to do was let go of Jason.
Well, I have a special surprise for you today. A special guest is with us today. Jason, come out.
No, I don't want to see him.
Kaplunk.